season, throughout the preseason, well, clearly off season, preseason, right? You haven't tried to do right by the man. Okay. Um, but people don't know how to handle him, right? Just like people didn't know how to handle Cam Newton. As much as Cam Newton was loved by some, he was extremely disliked by others.
He
Um,
was, and it
right.
was clear.
It was polarizing.
Yeah,
So, and I mean, but people like what they are comfortable with because at the end of the day, Shador Sanders is a phenomenal player. Shador Sanders also has a father. Shador Sanders has a Deion Sanders. Shador Sanders can stand on his own. You see what I'm saying? And because he's not also because he's not out here. I haven't heard of no off-season issues, drama, stuff like that. People sometimes don't know how to take a certain person that has stability and has support. If they can't relate to this individual, like we talked about last week, Stefanski's not even trying to relate to him. You're not seeing him as a player on your team. You're not seeing him as an opportunity you have, first off, as a man and as a leader to impart into this young man. You don't look at him that way. And that's a disservice um, to Shador Sanders. And for me, that's also a disservice to how I get to view you. Because how were you ever a coach of the year? When you pick and choose who you want to coach and who you want to lead. Who cares about you not wanting him? I don't care. You're supposed to be a coach. So that lets me know, and I think I said this last week, you're not a coach.
yeah.
You got the title, you got the position, but that's not your makeup because you're still too consumed with you. I know I said this last week. So y'all getting it again because it just infuriates me that people can be in certain places of leadership and they are not they don't concede to what that actual role means. You're that entitled, but you're not that in nature, you're not that in character, you're not that in heart. And I would not trust Stefanski's leadership. I don't care if he was a manager at a Whataburger. I would not trust his leadership because he makes this about him. So if you can't mold me into the best fry maker, I don't need you as my. I wouldn't want to be under his leadership. Got me out here sabotaging me, telling me to put the grease at 600 and it's supposed to be at 300. Nah, man, gave me the wrong wristband. You have lost your mind. Then I blow the Whataburger up and I'm out of a job. Nah, I can't trust you.
Yeah.
And that was wild to compare it to Whataburger, but they same colors. It's good.
Hey, I see what you did there. I like that.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't trust that man. I don't trust his leadership. It's wild.
Yeah, just final thing to say on Stefanski. We can move on. I'm not Stefanski. I hate coaches that focus on winning because when you focus on, yes, winning is a goal, duh. But when you focus on raising the young men or the young women that you're working with, winning comes with it.
Yes.
So if you just focused on raising up Shador in the way that he should go as a coach, as developing someone, the other stuff comes along with it. That's why I don't like politics and sports and all those things, especially at the high school level and in college too, for sure. Especially now NIL deals, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah.
But even before that though, just politics and we preach and harp on, well, if you work hard, hard work pays off, but that's not always true. Politics, things come up, things like that happen, money under the table, yada yada yada, so on and so on. You just get these men and some women too. You get men and women in these positions of leadership, and like Stefanski, for an example, and you're in a role of leadership, but you are not a leader. You don't live the life of a leader, so you don't have the qualities of a leader. But you ended up in this role. Like I was at where I was working at. I won't say the company name because the company was fine. But that woman that was in that role, she had no business being in that role. Tripping on me. I had to let her know something. Respectfully though. Respect. But No, yeah, it's kind of like, like Shador's a young man. He's not an idiot. Like,
No,
it's pretty clear. Even if you don't know football, I think you can just say someone off the street, hey, watch this and watch what this guy says about this young man and his interaction with this young man. And we're just talking about like psychoanalysis and things like that. Look at his character. Do you think he likes him? A lot of people can figure that out. I can show this to the children I work with at the school I work at.
you
They
could.
will figure out, I don't think he likes
I
him.
don't think he likes him.
So, and it shouldn't. One thing I learned as a teacher, your students should never know you don't like them.
Exactly.
That's why teachers are the best actors and actresses, because you don't know who I like. You don't know who my favorite is.
Right.
So it's very clear, Stefanski. We might not know who his favorite is, but we definitely know who his favorite isn't, and that's Shador
Exactly.
Sanders, and that is
Exactly.
very sad to say.
It is. And just as a leader, just real quick, as a leader, you just it's not about you. As a
Mhm.
leader, you really have to embody the opportunity you have as a leader, as a coach, as a teacher. The opportunity you have, even if you don't like the kid, it don't matter. I'm in this position and I have the power and the access to um, get to this kid and help them along the way. That's
Yeah,
my job as a coach. That's my job as a leader. That's my job as a teacher. It's not about me. It's about getting this kid to that next grade, getting this kid to that next level. So when
I
you
think so. Yeah,
refuse, when you pick and choose who you're going to teach, when you pick and choose who you're going to develop as a coach, you don't need to be in that role
yeah,
because you don't have the character, and to be in a role like that really does require love, because it's love that still chooses, I don't like this kid get on my last nerve, but I gotta teach this little dude how to read. Oh, he getting on my nerves. He been misbehaving, but he still needs to know how to read. And he got the audacity to misbehave and he can't read. So we gonna figure this out. And love is what compels you to still do the job, even if you don't like the little person you having to help. It doesn't matter. Love should be compelling you in that type of role. So it is very bothersome to me to have people that have a role, have a title, and they don't have no love and shouldn't be operating in that position because they that's not what they need to be doing.
that's true. Yeah, you hit that right on the nail.
Yeah, but
Last thing on this
yeah.
topic. So you talking
Yeah,
about
I know we keep last thing in this thing.
yeah, I
Go
know.
ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
We about to leave the family function. We say bye to each other 3 times.
You facts.
Say
You
bye in
already
the
know.
house.
Yep,
You say bye at the doorstep.
yep,
You say bye at the end of the sidewalk, or
yep,
like where the cars are. Then you
yep.
say bye when they're in the car.
In the car, with the door halfway open,
Yeah,
maybe
don't have to.
closed.
And then you go back. You in the car all the way, but the window down. You say bye,
Yep, yep.
and
You
then
already
you
know
finally
what
leave.
to say. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
So, because we start talking about leadership, and I love talking about leadership and stuff like that.
Yeah, same.
So, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 2012 version,
Oh, okay.
off of Nickelodeon. Ah,
Mm-hmm.
man, so
Mm-hmm.
many lessons within that show. But Leonardo, that's the blue bandana ninja turtle. I was saying that for you. I was saying for someone out there that might not know. But yeah, he was talking to his father, Master Splinter, and he didn't want to lead his brothers no more because they didn't appreciate him. So they went out on a patrol, and his father was like, "Where are your brothers?" And he said, "I don't know." Like he gave up his leadership role to Raphael because Raphael was talking that noise. Thought he
Oh,
was
yeah.
talking all that noise, the red bandana ninja turtle, talking
Mm-hmm.
all that noise. So he like, man, you don't know what you be doing. You be making some weak calls, basically. So he was
Mm.
like, all right, I'm done. I'm sick of this. Like, and then I think he said like they just don't listen to me, father. That's what he was saying. And Master Splinter had told him it's not about being appreciated. He said that's what leadership isn't about. It's not about you being appreciated. It's about there needing to be a leader and just getting the job done.
Right.
And so clearly Stefanski doesn't just want to get the job done. He doesn't care. He has what other agenda he has, but it's clearly not to make sure one his team's in the best position to win,
Yeah.
and two to develop his players. And like even what you was talking about earlier, just about being comfortable. Um, people will exalt what they are comfortable with, and
Mm.
I know we brought up the Lord and stuff like that earlier. The Lord pulls us out of things to where we aren't comfortable, but that's where growth happens. And Stefanski has been the same old stale coach,
Yeah.
and that's very clear.
Yeah.
So And just to go back to the show, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Raphael did learn it was very hard to lead because he froze up because he didn't realize that his brother, Leonardo, in a sense, is making calls while putting his brother's lives in danger. But that's why he's always trying to make the most calculated, best call to make sure they don't get hurt. I remember he told his other brother, Donnie, Raphael, to go hit this enemy with his a certain move. It didn't work. And then he said to do the same move again. He's like, "You sure it didn't work the first time?" He said, "Do it again." I'm like, "How what?" He got what? And on there they say, "Oh, I think he got his shell knocked loose." So that's like when they really messed up, or they knocked the shell out of him. You know, they don't give you cuss on that joint. This ain't shell. But yeah, so, yeah, leadership is not for the faint of heart.
No, it's not.
And like you said, it is a very loving and enduring role. I liked how you said that. So
yeah,
that was really good. See,
yeah,
I like
and
that.
that was good. I'm glad you brought up that example about Ninja Turtles. Yeah, because you just see leadership is sacrificial. It's not about you. Ooh, so when you are self-absorbed, you're not the leader. You don't need to be the leader. That ain't it. So, yeah.
I like that. Leadership is sacrificial. Definitely put that one in the notes. Good job, T.
Oh,
all right. So moving on.
Yeah.
I know we're keeping a track of the time. It is 8:30.
Okay.
So you want to go ahead and do what?